Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. The NFL's first ever Black Friday clash. The Dolphins and the Jets underway here at MetLife Stadium. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him, and I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're going to giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6. And they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think? That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Brandon, to me, what's important right now on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, first down. The Jets at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is... 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Williams, a man in motion right.
There's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it with Achane. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Tua on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will have a Dolphins first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On first down, Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he's got it inside the 10. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Hill going to go in motion right. Achane. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Achane once more. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now after all this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Mostert. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. This is caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn that for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Second and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough. Unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands. And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. Time on three, kick. Hey.
2 and now on first down. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2nd and 5.
Tua going to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Waddle, the motion man, right.
Tua, the final shot before half. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half?
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey
down the left sideline.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaped down and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Devon Achane.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And the Jets will take over.
At their own 46-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
At their 49-yard line.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
That's good for Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Slot man moves right.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now on play action, it's Wilson.
They'll let this go for the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Hall. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 60 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's brought down It'll be first and goal when we come back. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
25-yard line.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Throwing after the interception. Wilson.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here's Wilson.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw is Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
We have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And strong running here on the first 2 plays of the drive. He's got another first down on a gain of 12. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Achane. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On third down, Achane. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Up the middle, Achane. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. Right back to Achane on second down. And down to the 36-yard line here. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Miami, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.